Hello everyone, welcome to the session on Genius Chalk. Today's session, we will be discussing ratio and proportion third part. If you have not watched the previous two parts, you can watch the previous two parts in the playlist of ratio and proportion of Genius Chalk. So let's start the third session. First question, A by B equals to C by D equals to E by F equals to G by H, and that is all equals to 7 by 12. So in today's session, we will be discussing about equal ratios and we will discuss about componendo and dividendo. So let's start with the first one. If I write a number, let's say I write x by y, or let's take a simple example. If I say 1 by 2, then I say 2 by 4, then I say 3 by 6, then 4 by 8, and so on. Let's say 5 by 10, right? You can see that all these ratios are equal because they are all equal to half, right? So if I add or subtract all these, like if I add all these, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and afterwards I write it here, it will be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. What is the sum? 336 plus 4 10 plus 5 15. This is 6 6 12 plus 8 20 plus 10 30. So what we are getting is the ratio is again 1 by 2. That means the logic is, if I add or subtract the equal ratios, numerators as well as denominators, I will always get the same answer. I will always get the same answer. That means the ratio will always be remaining same. Now instead of this, suppose instead of all these pluses, I put 1 minus or 2 minus, then also my answer will not change. Let's say if I say 1 plus 2 minus 3 plus 4, yeah, and let's say minus 5. So 2 plus 4 minus 6. See, if I'm subtracting this 3, then I need to subtract this 6, right? This whatever operation I'm doing in the numerator, the same has to be done in the numerator. So this is plus 8 and this is minus 10. Now if you try to add, you will get 1 plus 2, 3, 3, 3 cancel. So 4 minus 5, it is minus 1. You see again 4 plus 2, 6 and 6 cancel, and this is minus 2. And again you can see my answer is 1 by 2. So guys, this is what I am saying. If I have equal ratios, irrespective of anything, if I do the same operation in 1 as well as the same operation in 2, then the actual ratio will always be remaining the same. This is my concept. Now you can see this question. Here we are having A by B equals to C by D equals to E by F equals to G by H equals to 7 by 12. Now you can see A by B, right? It is as it is, so I can write 7 by 12. Then C by D. If you just want to be sure about this, so logically I can prove this, like I have taken the example, proved it, but again if you want to prove it, taking some variables. So let's take this variable, let's say 7k and let's say 5k. Now if you add A plus C, that means A and C both are equal, right? So 7k plus 7k minus E is minus to 7k plus G is 7k. This is what I'll be getting. And in the denominator, I can do the same. It is B plus D. The same operation is applied. B plus D, 12k plus 12k minus 12k plus 12k. So what you are getting is 7k, 7k getting cancelled, 12k, 12k getting cancelled, 7k plus 7k, it is equals to 14k, and 12k plus 12k, it is equal to 24k. So k cancel. Again you can see they are also cancelled. 14 and 24 cancel by 2. So actual answer is again 7 by 12. So the concept is, whenever the same operation is done, like it is E, it is F, they are subtracted, and then again everything is added, which is in the numerator, and rest all also added except F in the denominator, then there is no need to write this question in exam, guys. My answer has to be 7 by 12, right? Let's solve some more questions. Now again, one more. If all these ratios are equal to 3 by 8, then I am applying, see, this A is getting 3 times, so that's why B is also getting multiplied with 3. This C is getting multiplied with 5, and you can see that D also getting multiplied by 5. So whatever operation I am applying in A, the same operation I am applying in B, as same as C and D. Again for E, subtracting -6, right? And then it is again adding with multiplying factor of 7. So in this also there is no need to write. My answer will be same. Like, what will be my answer? It should be 3 by 8. You can prove it, like if you even put the value also, 3 into A, what is A? It is 9, so 3 into 3, 9. 5 into C, 5 3s are 15. Then it is subtracting the -6 into E, 6 into 3 is 18. 7 into G, G is also 3, so 7 3s are 21, right? You can prove it like this, but there is no need in exam. Just directly give your answer. 3B, again everything is same, so it is, instead of 3 it is 8 now, so it will be like B. B has to be what? 3B. B is 8, so 3 8s are 24, 5 8s are 40, 6 8s are 48, and 7 8s are 56. Now if you try to solve, it is this is -3, so 6, so it is becoming 27, divided by, this is -8, so this is 16 plus 56, so this is 72, I guess. And now you can see 9 3s are 27, 9 8s are 72. Actual answer is also 3 by 8. So this is how you can prove this, but in exam there is no need. Directly write your answer, 3 by 8. Now that was degree 1. Now if you observe here, all the variables have the highest powers 1, right? So if they have the highest powers 1, we can find it like that. But if the powers are different, like here you can see every variable is done square, and rest all the operations are same, like whatever you have done with A, the same you have done with B, whatever you have done with C, same you are doing with D, and so on. E subtracting, so square is also subtracting. So in this case, always remember, answer will also be the square of 8 and 13. So basically we can write 8 by 13 whole square. So what is the answer? 64 by 169. This is my final answer. Now you may ask for the proof, so let's prove it again. You see, A square, A means 8, so we can prove it. 8 square, that is 64. Then C is also 64, minus E is also 64, 8 square plus 64. This is what we are getting, and this is divided by B. B is 13, so it will be 13 square, 169 plus 169 minus 169 plus 169. You can see these are cancelled, so 64 and 64 I can write 2 into 64, and 169 it is also coming twice, so I can write 2 into 169, so 2 getting cancelled. What is my answer? 64 by 169, which is basically 8 square by 13 square. So this is how I can get my answer. If you want to prove this using some K, so again if you take this K, it will be like we have solved in the same manner. You will be left with 2 into 64k square, like 64k square plus 64k square minus 64k square. Let me write. It's like this: 64k square plus 64k square minus 64k square, because it is 8k. So if you square it, it will become 64k square, and it is also 64k square. And similarly, you can solve 169k square, 169k square minus 169k square and plus 169k square. This is, I'm telling you, the theoretical method which is not required in exam at all. So just you see, these are cancelled and k square is common, right? So it is basically 128k square, and here it is 169 into 2k square. So that's why, because k is cancelled, because see, it is giving you ratio. This is an important point, that ratio is given, right? Ratio is given, and eventually also ratio is asked. So there is no need to take this variable k here. Okay, that's why we are not taking this k, because we know in the end k square will cancel with k square, right? So this is my answer of this question, 64 by 169. Similarly, we can try this as well. Question is JK, LM, NO all are the same ratio, 4:3. We have to find the value of this power 4. So what we are observing here is that all these variables are having the same degree. So if they are having the same degree, we'll have our answer. Okay, and then some constant is multiplied with their ratios, like A, J, AK, BL, BM, C, and CO. So if you multiply like AJ and AK, if you are multiplying this constant with some ratio and making the power 4, then it will not make any impact, because A and A will eventually get cancelled, and the answer of this question has to be irrespective of if I add or subtract. Only thing which I need to make sure is it is not 0 by 0 form. Guys, this is also very, very important. Question will be framed in such a manner that you are not getting 0 by 0 form. Like in the previous questions, we have solved that it was not coming out to be 0 by 0 form, because it is undefined. We can't define it, right? That's why I have not taken here minus. If I could have taken minus, so it could be like 8 square plus 13 square. Sorry, 8 square plus 8 square minus 8 square and minus 8 square. So you can see that it is cancelling. So it is 0. Similarly, 13 square plus 13 square minus 13 square minus 13 square. Again, you can see everything is getting cancelled. So this form you will never get. If you are getting this form, answer is undefined. But that's why examiner will not give this form. So that's why he is using plus sign here, right? So in this question also, we can see that the power is getting 4 times. So what we can do, you know, if I multiply this A, so A is getting cancelled, power 4, A is getting cancelled. That means the answer of this question is 4 by 3 to the power 4, and that is 4 to the power 4 by 3 to the power 4, that is 256 by 81, which is D option, right? So very good question, and you can try it. And you can see if AJ4, what is the meaning? AJ4, AK4. So both are getting cancelled. So basically we have to get this value of this only. So 4 to the power 4 by 3 to the power 4. This is 3 to the power 4. So the same thing we can do here. Minus 4 to the power 4 plus this Cn also. The same thing, C is multiplied. Here B is multiplied. Everything getting cancelled. So 4 to the power 4. It is 3 to the power 4 plus 3 to the power 4. You can see this is getting cancelled. Just to prevent that 0 by 0 form, that's why I am doing 4 to the power 4, 256 by 81. So this is my actual answer, right? Okay, next one. So this question I have already done in the previous session, but just I want to tell you one short thing, small thing here which was left. So whenever this 1 by x, 1 by x, 1 by y, and 1 by z is given, that is given as 2:3:5. Then whenever reverse is asked, this we have done in the inverse ratio. So x is to y is to z. Always remember, if you are finding x, so forget x, take these two. 5 3s are 15. If you are taking let's say second time y, then forget the other two. So for y, you have to take which one? If you are taking y, forget y, take the other two. 5 into 2 is 10. If you are taking z, then take x and y. So this is 6. So this is my actual answer. So this form, you always remember, whenever the reverse is asked, So if you are finding x, then don't take x. Okay, don't take x. Take the other two. 5 into 3, 15. If you are taking y, the ratio of y, so don't take y, take 5 into 2, 10. If you are taking z, then don't take z, take the other two, that is 6. So what is my answer? It is 15 is to 10 is to 6. That is option D. And this question also. All right, the next question is, what is the mean proportional? So this question we have also done before, but I just want to discuss the way. So what is mean proportional? Basically, mean proportional means if I'm having two values, A, B, and say X. So mean proportional says that whatever is the ratio of A is to B, whatever is the ratio of A is to B, the same has to be the ratio of B is to X, and this B value is called mean proportional. So I can write A by B as B by X. Now, what is this B square? B square is equals to A into X. So B, it is called AX. So guys, this is called mean proportional. Mean proportional means whatever numbers we are finding the mean proportional of, we just multiply these two numbers. For example, if I ask you what is the mean proportional of let's say 25 and 4. So what you do? You will just multiply those numbers and put them in the square root. So it is square root of 100, and that is 10. Right? You can do like this also. Root of 25 we can write separately. Root of 4 we can write separately. That is 5 into 2. That is also 10. So this concept needs to be applied here. So what is mean proportional? It is basically root of two numbers. Right? Now let's apply that. So here we have numbers 15 plus 200. So basically point is we have to multiply these two. 15 plus root of 200 multiply with 27 minus root of 648, and this complete will be going in the square root. This is what we need to do in this question. But before that, let's make it easy, because in the actual method, like we have done earlier, I have directly multiplied 15 into 27 and all. But this can be made easier. That's why I'm again discussing this question, just to give you a way out. So this 200 is basically 100 into 2. And this 100 will be 10. And this is root 2 is left. Root 2 is not having square root. So because I can write root 200 as root 100 into root 2. Right. So basically I can write 15 plus 10 root 2. This is what the meaning is of 200. 27 minus, this is double of 324. Root of 648 is double of 324. So I can write 324 into root 2. And what is 324? It is 18. And then root 2 is again directly we can write. So this is what the scenario is. Now taking this along. After this you can see 15 and 10. That means 5 is common. So I can write 5 3s are 15. This is root 200. Okay. This is root 200. That is root of 100 into root of 2. And this is 10. That's why I can write it as 10 into root 2. Now that's all. So 5 is common. It is 2 root 2. And here 3 is common, I guess. So into 3. 9 is common. Yes, not 3. 9 is common. Yes. So 9 is common. 3 minus 2 root 2. Right? So this is what my answer is looking like this. Now you see, there is a basic formula. What is that? A plus B and A minus B. What is the product of that? Let's see. A plus B into A minus B. That is A square minus B square. You see, observe here. It is A minus B form. It is A plus B form. So I can write 3 square minus 2 root 2 square. Like this. What is 3 square? 9. 2 root 2 means 2 square. That is 4. And root 2 square is 2. So 9 minus 8 is 1. So basically, the answer of this 3 plus 2 root 2 and 3 minus 2 root 2 is 1. And what I am left with now? Root of 5 into root of 9. So this is basically 45. right? I can write and into 1. So because the answer was 1. So this is 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 minus 2 root 2. A plus B form, A minus B form. It is A square minus B square. By solving it, I am getting it as 1. So 1 square root is also 1. So 45 I can break it. Root of 9 into root of 5. What is root of 9? It is 3. So my actual answer is 3 root 5. Okay. So this is how we need to solve it. This question faster. All right. So let's come back to the next. If P by Q plus R is equal to this, which of the following statement is correct? Fine. So applying the same logic, I know that these are actually equal to some constants, right? That constant can be anything. So what I need to do, I can add all of them, right? If I add all of them, I will be getting P plus Q plus R, and divided by, I will be getting, it is Q plus R. So Q is coming 2 times. You can see P is also coming 2 times and R is also coming 2 times. So 2 times P plus Q plus R. So this is 1 by 2. So what we are getting is 1 by 2, right? That means this A cannot be my answer and rest all can be my answer. But the problem is there are 3 options which are saying 1 by 2, right? So we need to check 1 is coming or only 1 by 2 is coming or minus 1 is coming. So let's check the second part now. Guys, note it here that this is very logical question. You have to think it logically. This P plus Q plus R, if this is not equal to 0, not equal to 0 means let's say its value is 8. So you can write it is 8 by 2 into 8. So then you can cancel and you are getting 1 by 2. So the point is, if P plus Q plus R is not equal to 0, if this is not equal to 0, then you have this answer as 1 by 2. Fine. But suppose the question is set in such a way that P plus Q plus R is 0, then this will be of this form. You know, P plus Q plus R is 0, that is 0, and 2 into 0. So it is indeterminate form, 0 by 0 form, which is undefined. We can't define it. Answer is cannot be determined. In that case, what is my scenario? In that case, I can write P plus Q as minus R, right? So now I'll be trying to give you the clue of this. So half is clear, but if I'm having 0 by 0 form, then in that case, I have to have another option. So P plus Q is minus R. Now let's try to place it here. Where is P plus Q? You see in the question, where is P plus Q? P plus Q is here. So P plus Q is here. So it is R by minus R. So what you are getting? You are getting minus 1, right? Next, if you place, let's say P plus R. So what is that? Minus Q. Where is P plus R? This is where P plus R. So it is Q by, it is also minus Q. So here you are getting again minus 1, right? And then again, if you want to find Q plus R, that will be minus P. Putting it here, Q plus R is minus P. So P by minus P is also giving you minus 1. So guys, the correct answer of this question has to be half or minus 1. So this C option is my correct answer. It could be half or it could be minus 1, a logical question. All right, let's come to the next part, and the next part is component. So let's understand what is componendo. Let's say what is proportion. We know that proportion means when A by B will be equal to C by D, right? So if they are equal, for componendo, I will add 1. Let's say I can add 1 both sides, because whatever I am applying on the left side, I can apply the same on the right side. So by taking this 1, if I take this LCM, it will be B, and this B goes this side. So this is A plus B by B. And if I'm taking this D here, it will be C plus D by D. So guys, this step is called componendo. This step is called componendo. So what I have done, I have applied here componendo, right? So this step you can note. This is your componendo. Let's understand what is dividendo. So instead of plus, if I subtract, it will be C by D minus 1. If I subtract 1, I can write A minus B by B as C minus D by D, right? So this is called dividendo. This is called dividendo. This step is called dividendo. You can note this. So this is componendo and this is dividendo. Now, just to solve, if I am applying componendo and dividendo together, I'm just deriving the formula for you first. So if I divide both these equations, now what will happen? B will get cancelled, D will get cancelled. So what I'm left with, A plus B by A minus B, that will always be equal to C plus D and C minus D. So this is what we say as applying componendo dividendo in a single step. So note this, A plus B by A minus B and C plus D upon C minus D. Now what is this form? Suppose I have any denominator and numerator. Let's say I have numerator by denominator. How will you apply it directly? So it's like this. Write the numerator and then add the denominator and subtract the denominator. This is what we say componendo and dividendo application. Like A by B. How can you apply componendo and dividendo together in this? So it will be A and A. Numerator is A, right? This is the form. So numerator is A. So plus B and minus B. Like add the denominator and subtract the denominator. This is the form that we have to look for. So this application is very huge. Let's see some questions. Like this is a question. G plus H is equals to J by K. Then find the value of G by H. So one way you will solve like this. It will take your time, like cross multiplying K into G plus H, then J into G minus H. Solving it, it will be KG, then KH, then GJ minus JH, like this. Then you will take something common, right? It is very time consuming. So G by H need to be found. So let's divide this complete by, let's say, H. So this also to be divided by H. So it will be K G by H and plus K, because H by H will get cancelled, and it is G J by H minus J. H by H, because HH gets cancelled. So this is how we are getting. Now we can take this along this side, KG by H minus GJ by H. It is equals to, let's take this side, minus J minus K. So you are seeing that finding G by H is very time consuming. Now here you can see after this G by H is common. So it is left with K, it is left with J, right? I hope you are getting my point. It is K minus J. Now I can take this minus common. It is J plus K. So what is G by H? It is minus of J plus K divided by K minus J, right? Now what you are getting? If you take this minus common from here, minus J plus K, and taking this minus J minus K. So this minus is getting cancelled. So what is my eventual answer? It is G by H is equals to J plus K and J minus K. So basically what is my answer? It is J plus K and J minus K. It is the value of G by H. But guys, this method you used to solve at your school days as well, right? So this is very time consuming method. So I would prefer not to use this method for this type of question. Rather remember this type. Now I'll tell you how we can solve this question using componendo dividendo. Okay, so always remember, if you apply componendo dividendo here in this question, then directly your answer will be coming very, very fast. Let's apply. You remember the form. The form is, if I have numerator and denominator, then componendo dividendo means numerator and denominator added and denominator subtracted. So this has to be minus, right? Okay, let's apply. Let's write the numerator here. It is G plus H, G plus H. Now denominator directly as it is G minus H, and here also it will be subtracted, so minus G plus H, because minus minus gets plus. Here also J by J plus K minus K. Now you are getting is K, H cancel, G cancel here, so it is becoming 2G by 2H, and it is coming as J plus K by J minus K, and you can see 2 getting cancelled. So you can see that question which we were taking a huge time, that is solved within few seconds. So G by H is J plus K upon J minus K. So now for the time being, you will remember it like, if there is any ratio, let's say X plus Y by X minus Y is given as A by B, let's say, then always remember X by Y will be always equal to applying this componendo dividendo, A plus B and A minus B. This is for you to remember for every question related to this type of ratios, right? So this is what you need to remember now. Similarly, here also you can see A plus B, A minus B form, X plus Y, X minus Y form, A by B. So what is my answer? J plus K, J minus K. Remember this. Okay, let's solve the next questions. Next one, 6P plus 7Q. Now you know the formula. I will not solve it by a big method. Directly you know 6P plus 7Q, 6P minus 7Q. Is this of this form? X plus Y and X minus Y. Is this of this form? Tell me. Yes, it is. You can see in place of X it is 6P, in place of Y it is 7Q. In the numerator it is plus, denominator it is minus. So that means I can say this is also of this form, right? So if this is of this form, I can apply directly. What is the ratio of 6P by 7Q? Applying componendo. So 17 by 17 plus 12 minus 12. So what is my answer? It is 29 by 5. So 6P by 7Q is 29 by 5. That means P by Q has to be, this is multiplied here. So 29 into 7, and this is multiplied here. That is 30. So you can multiply it because they are not cancelling. 9 7s are 63. 14. So it is 203 by 20. This is my final ratio of P by Q. So you have seen that how quickly we can solve the questions using componendo dividendo. Please remember, this form is very, very important. If any number is given in this form, we can directly write the ratio of X and Y as A plus B and A minus B, applying componendo and dividendo in one step, right? Let's solve next one. If M is equals to this. Now let's come to the next form now. Application of this componendo dividendo, but the form is next. If M is equals to this, then find this value of M plus 2P, M minus 2P, M plus 2Q, M minus 2Q. Okay, in exam, you will always remember the answer of this question is 2. You will always remember. Now let's prove why this is and how it is. So M is equals to 2PQ. I can write M is equals to, 4PQ. So I can write it as 2P into 2Q by P plus Q. You see, it is what? M plus 2P, M minus 2P. That means if I take this M, this side, it will be M by 2P. So this will be 2Q plus upon P plus Q. Now If you apply, you see this is application of componendo dividendo. If you apply componendo dividendo here, what you will get? M and M, numerator as it is, denominator plus and denominator minus. Now you can relate. This is the same thing written over here. Now same thing apply here. So 2Q by 2Q, then numerator plus, so P plus Q minus P minus Q. So what you are getting? 2Q plus Q, it is 3Q plus P, and it is Q minus P. So this is what I am getting, M plus 2P as, so I'll write here 3Q plus this one, M plus 2P, this I'm writing here 3Q plus P upon Q minus P. Now applying the same thing in this Q. So now if I take this Q here in the denominator, then I can write M by 2Q, it is equals to, now 2P will be left, so 2P by P plus Q, right? Now if this is P plus Q, I can applying componendo dividendo, this thing I will get M by M plus 2Q minus 2Q, same thing, 2P by 2P here, and it is P plus Q, it is minus P minus Q. What you are getting? You are getting is 3P plus Q upon, this is P minus Q, right? Now M plus 2Q is how much? Plus 3P plus Q divided by P minus Q, right? Now you have got the result almost. So can you take something common here? This is what my answer is. If you take something common, you will have your answer now. Let's try. So we have, so this all we have done. Okay, now let's come to the final answer. Why this answer is 2. So if you take this common, 3, if you take minus common, it is 3P plus Q, Q minus P. If you take minus common, it is minus here, 3P and minus Q, and here I can write Q minus P. You can see the denominator is same, so Q minus P. Add this all, 3Q plus P minus 3P minus Q. What we have now, see, P and 3P minus 2P, 2Q and 3Q and Q, it is 2Q. So we are left with this. Now you can take 2 common, so Q minus P upon Q minus P. You can see it is cancelled. That is why my answer is 2. Now how will you remember this in exam? This I have proved for you, but how will you remember this in exam? So always remember like this. Whenever we have this, it is 2P. If you break this, we have seen that it is 2P into 2Q, right? So once I'll take this 2P here, the form will be like this, 2Q upon P plus Q. So remember like this Q is doubled, right? Double of this. Then I have this form and 2P is here. Similarly, second case, if I take this Q here, you can see P plus Q was as it is, but instead of Q, it was P. So whenever either P is getting doubled or Q is getting doubled, then in that case, my answer is always 2. Remember this form. This is very, very important. Okay. So in exam, if this form you are seeing, how will you realize this in exam? You will say, okay, if I take this 2P and 2Q, then it is 2P and this 2Q, right? So that means they are getting doubled. So if I take this 2P here, this Q is getting doubled. If I take this 2Q here in the denominator, then P is getting doubled. That means this is what my logic is, and I can give my answer 2. Very, very important. Now let's see its application. Now suppose this question comes in your exam. How will you realize that answer is? So in seconds, I can say the answer is 2. How? Let's see. Can you write this 421 like this? You can see this is the same form. X is equals to 4AB, right, upon A plus B form. right? And if this form is there, then x by 2a, I will write 2b upon a plus b, right? And x by 2b, I will write 2a upon a plus b form. This form is there. You see, this is 4ab, right? If I take this 2 here, it will solve my purpose. Let's see. You see, this is 4 root 7 into root 3. Can I write? Okay. And this is root 7 plus root 3. This is the value of x. Now, if you take this 1 here, and it is 4 actually, na? So can I write like this? Now this form I already know. Just it can be written as 2 root 7 into 2 root 3. Yeah, I can write it. And root of 7 plus root of 3. Now just to confuse you, if this is 2, I can write it like under root of 7 into 4, because you know that root of 4 is 2. If this 2 is getting in root, it will be square root of 4. This is what it will be, right? So 7 into 4 I can write, right? So it will be 7 into 4. Similarly, if I take these 2 inside, it will be 4 3s are 12. So it will be 4 into 3, right? And it is the same, root of 7 plus root of 3. I hope you're getting my point. So this is basically root of 28 plus root of 12 by root of 7 plus root of 3. Now this is not plus, sorry, this is multiplied. Here it is multiplied. So this is multiplied. So I can write x. Now you see, this is, if you take this x by root 28 here, x by root 28, then it is root of 12 by root of 7 plus root of 3. And similarly, if you take x by root 12 here, you will get root of 28 by root of 7 plus root of 3. I hope you're getting my point. Yes? Now what you are observing? You are observing is that if you are taking this, applying componendo dividendo here in this, so it will be this x plus root 28 upon x minus, see, there is no need to solve. Answer is 2 only. I'm just proving it for you. And applying componendo dividendo, you can get this, right? And similarly, if you apply componendo dividendo, it will be like root of 12, then root of 12, then root of 7 plus root of 3, then minus of root of 7 minus of root of 3. This is what you will be getting. And here also x by root 12, x plus root 12, and it is x minus root 12. So again you will be getting x minus root 12. It will be again root of 28 plus root of 7 root of 3 and minus of root of 7 minus of root of 3. Again, if you add it, your answer will be 1. That, you know, this is 3. If I double this, it will be root 12. Why? Because 4 is coming inside. So it is basically 2 root 3 by root of 7 plus root 3. So there is no need to do this step. You can realize this. So if I have told you that if this a is getting double, like x by 2a, it will be 2b by a plus b. This is this form. You can see this is 2b by a plus b. And you can see this also. This is basically 2 root 7 by root 7 plus root 3. Now realize this form. This understanding of this form is very, very important. You can see that it is of this form. 2a upon a plus b, and it is 2b upon b plus a. So the same thing, you can see 2a upon a plus b, 2b upon a plus b. That's why if you add, your answer will always be 2. So there is no need to solve this question. Just write the answer, tick the answer in the Excel. Let's solve one more. X into 1 by p plus 1 by q equal to 16, and then we need to solve this value. Okay. So x into 1 by p, if I solve, I can write x into 1 by P plus 1 by Q. It will be 16. Can I write like this? X, take this common, PQ, and this will be Q plus P, and this is coming out to be 16. Yeah. Now X will be 16 PQ by P plus Q. Yeah. Now you can see that here it is 8. That means from 16, if I take this 2 here, it is X plus 8P. First understand this form. It can be written as X plus 8P. Then it is minus 1 here. So if it is going here, it will be plus 1. This form. Next, X plus 8Q, because this sign negative is given. This sign negative is given. That means I can write X plus 8Q above. Sorry, this is X plus 8Q. This is minus, guys. So this is X minus 8Q here. So change this, it is minus. So this is my form. Just to confuse you, is giving you power 1. Okay. If power minus 1, sorry, giving you power minus 1. So if this is minus 1, reverse it. X plus 8Q minus this. Because this is the form we know, right? Now, from this 16PQ, you know how I can get this 8P? I can get X by 8P. So it will be left with 2Q by P plus Q. You can see that the same form is coming. It is double of Q. If you take this X by 8Q here, again 2P upon P plus Q. Again this form is coming, guys. 2P, that means double of this P. And whenever this form is coming in this, now after applying this componendo dividendo, in this I will be getting X plus 8P and X minus 8P. Applying componendo in this, X plus 8Q and X minus 8Q. So this is of this form which we have already discussed. So the actual answer has to be 2. There is no need to solve, just recognize this pattern. If you recognize this pattern, your work will be very, very easy. I hope this is clear, right? Next one. Now sometimes you have to be careful. Not every time you have to take the answer as 2, right? You have to be very careful. If you solve this, you see that root of 8 into root of 5 is root of 40, but the problem is it is not double, right? X is equal to, it can be written as root of 8 into root of 5, and it is root of 8 plus root of 5. Now if you take this X by root 8 here, it will be root 5 upon root 8 plus root 5. Now you recognize in this is not double of this. That means the answer of this question will not be 2. It will never be equal to 2. It will never be equal to 2. You have to solve this question. I hope you're getting my point. Similarly, if you take this root 5 here, X by root 5, it will be root of 8 by root of 8 plus root of 5. Again, you can see this is not this form. This root 8 is not double of this root 8. That means answer will again not be 2. So we need to solve this. Now applying componendo dividendo, we can solve this. So applying componendo dividendo, I will be getting X by X plus root 8 minus root 8. This can be written as root 5 by root 5 plus root 8 plus root 5 minus root 8 minus root 5. So what I will be getting? It is root 5 plus root 5. So there is 1 here. So I can write 2 root 5 plus root 8, and it is cancelled. So it is minus of root 8. This is the value of X plus root 8, X minus root 8. So if this question is coming, then you need to solve this question. Answer will not be 2. So this is the value of the first. Now let's solve the second one. Applying the same, X by X plus root 5 minus root 5 will be root 8 by root 8. Now plus numerator, denominator, root 8 plus root 5 minus root 8 minus root 5. Now in this case, you can see that this is 2 root 8 plus root 5. This is minus of root 5. So X plus root 5x minus root 5. This is actually equal to this, right? Now, after adding both the equations, we'll have our answer. So let's try to add them. Let's add. So if you add it, this is like, this is 2 root 8 plus root 5 and plus, now here I'm having 8 cancel minus root 5 and so this is by minus root 5 and this is 2 root 5 plus root 8 by minus of root 8. So now you need to multiply this crosswise, or if you want to leave this answer in this form, you can leave it. Basically, you can cancel it or multiply it inside, like this is becoming root of 40 with the plus sign, right? And all these minus sign and minus sign will transfer here. Now I guess you can solve it. So 2 root 8, it is or what we can do is, let's take this minus common. We'll take this minus common in the end. Let's multiply 2 root 8 into 8. It is 2 8s are 16. Then 2 root 8 into 2 root 5. This is 4. And the root of 8 into root 5 is 40. Next is root 5 into 2 root 5. The 2 5s are 10. Next, root 5 into root 8. That is root of 40. So you can solve this now. This is how much? 16 plus 10. That is 26. And 5 root 40 plus 1 root 40. It is, 4 root 40 plus 1 root 40. 5 root 40. And this minus is already there. So this is my final answer. You can take this minus common. Minus 26 plus 5 root 40 by root of 40. So this is my final answer in this case. So please don't forget to solve this question if this question comes in this form. Okay, don't write the answer as 2. Next one, if 5p plus 8q and this. So by seeing this, I can say the answer is option A. How? See, 5p, this is again the application of component of dividend. 5p plus 8q. So take this, this is basically 5r minus 8s. This is 5p minus 8q upon 5r plus 8s. So let's take this here and take this here. I just want to keep p and q together. So 5p plus 8q by 5p minus 8q, and this will be going here, 5r minus 8s upon 5r plus 8s, right? Acha, there is one sign change here. This is plus na, so this is also plus, and this is minus. So that if I take this is plus, so please change it. It is minus. This is minus. This is fine. This is 5p 5r plus r 8s, and this is 5r minus 8. So this is minus. So this is minus here. Okay, now why I'm doing this? Because so that I can tell you the form actually. So 5p plus 8q, this question needs to be changed. This is minus sign. So 5p minus 8q here, and 5r plus 8s will be here, and 5r minus 8s will be here, right? So you know that. What is this form? Now we remember this form, right? What is this form? This form is basically after applying component of dividendo in what? 5p by 8q and 5r by 8s. If I apply component of dividendo, you can see that 5p and 5p will be there. 8q plus 8q minus. I hope you're getting my point. Then 5r here. 8s plus 8s minus. This is the same form. That means this 5 and 5 gets cancelled. 8 and 8 gets cancelled. That's why I said my answer is P by Q equals to R by S. Please change the form. This is plus sign and this is minus sign. I hope this is clear, right? So very, very good question. Conceptually, these questions are making you strong fundamentally in the componendo and dividendo. All right, next form, find the value of m if this is given as equals to p. Fine. Now you see, I have told you this form. If this is x plus y and x minus y is equal to some a by b form, then can I write this as p by 1? Yes, there is nothing here, so it is 1. So x by y, I can write a plus b and a minus b. The only important condition in this is that these numbers must be same. You can see that here, observing this, this is same as this. So can I say this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y, it is plus sign, it is minus sign, plus sign, minus sign, a by b form. That means I can write it directly as in this form, right? So now I'm writing it directly in this form. So what I will get is x by y, that means I will get is r by square root of r square minus 2rn, right? That is equals to p and p plus 1 and minus 1. Now I need to find the value of m. That means I need to eliminate this square root. So squaring both sides. So squaring both sides, this r will be becoming r square, and squaring both sides, this square root will be cancelled. So r, because you know, if I ask you find the square root of root 2, you will say it is 2. The same thing, the square root of this thing, it will be r square minus 2rn. And now you'll square this. So p plus 1 whole square and p minus 1 whole square. Right? I hope this is clear. This is clear. Now what I can do is, I can apply, because I need to cancel this r. So what I'll do, I'll subtract numerator from denominator in both sides, because I need to cancel this r square. So numerator I am keeping it as it is. Here also I am keeping it as it is. But in the denominator, I am subtracting the numerator minus denominator. It will not change. See, in ratio, if I am doing this onto the left side, the same if I do onto the right side, it will make no impact. This we can do in ratio because both the ratios are equal. So r square minus r square and minus minus plus, this becomes cancelled. Here also p plus 1 whole square, p square plus 1 plus 2p, right? Minus p square will be, it will be p square plus 1, then minus 2p. So I'm taking it minus and inside. So minus p square minus 1, yeah, and it is minus 2p. So minus and getting inside, it will be plus 2p. So this is getting cancelled, this is getting cancelled. So now we have got, now r is cancelled with this. So r by 2m I'm getting is p plus 1 by 2p. This is p plus 1 whole square. This is what I'm getting now. So r by 2m is basically p plus 1 whole square by, I'll write that here, r by 2m, it is p plus 1 whole square by 2p. I need to find value of m. So I guess we can find this 2 is getting cancelled. So m will be, just a second, it is 2. Acha, this is 2p plus 2p, na? It is 4p. So here it is 2p also. So it will be 2p and r. So 2pr by p plus 1 whole square. A beautiful question. Answer is option C. Option C is my right answer. So this is the application of componendo dividendo. Now let's come to the next type. If the ratio of sum of two numbers, difference of two numbers and product of two numbers is this, then find the sum of squares of those numbers. So this question to be solved using just equation. So ratio of sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers means a plus b. Then difference of two numbers, it is a minus b, and product of two numbers. So what is the ratio? 17 is to 15, sorry, is to 5, and is to 594. Now we can solve this. Basically we can write it A plus B equal to 17k and A minus B equal to 5k. If I solve for A, B cancel, twice of A will be 22k, so A will be 11k. Now if A is 11k, total is 17, so B has to be 6k, right? Ratio wise I can write A and B 11:6. I hope it's clear, right? So it is 6k, right? So this is the ratio. Now what is asked next? It is saying that product is this AB. Now please don't miss this concept. Actually it happens in exam with students. So AB is equal to 594. So if AB is 594, A is 11k and B is 6k. You can do it directly. Whenever two equations are given, you add. So 17 plus 5, 22. Just add and divide by 2. You will get 11. Subtract 17 minus 5, 16 by 2. That is, 17 minus 5, 12 by 2. That is 6. You can directly find it also. But just to show you, actually, so I have solved by equation. Rest you can just add and divide by 2. Get the value of A. Subtract and divide by 2. Get the value of B. So this is what we are getting. Now when we multiply it, so A will be 11k and B will be 6k, guys. So it is 594, right? Now you see, when you multiply k with k, it will be power 1, so 66, and it will be k square, because whenever bases are same, there is a formula in surds and indices. When bases are same, powers gets added. So here the bases are k, so powers will get added. So 66k square equal to 594, 9 6 54, so it is 9. So k square equal to 9, that means numbers are positive. Yeah, k could be minus also, but here we have to take the positive numbers. So it is k is equals to 3. If k is equals to 3, what is the value of A and B? So A will be 11 into k, that is 11 3s are 33, and B 6 into 3, that is 18. So eventually the question is asking you about find the square of the two. What is the square of the two? So 33 square and 18 square. 33 square is 1089 and 18 square is 324. So 9 plus 4, 13. So only one option is there which is having last 13. This must be my answer. So 13, 8, 2, 11, 10, 1, 4, 1, 3. So option C has to be my answer. Alright, next one. If we are having these ratios equal, what is the value of this? Now see. If we are having these ratios equal, that means if I add, I'll get it is 2p plus p. I will get 3p. Then 2r plus r, I will get 3r. Adding the numerators, 2q cancel, I will get p plus r. That means if I take 3 common, then p plus r is left inside. Here also p plus r left inside. That means it is getting cancelled. So basically this ratio is equal to 3. This is my first important point. This ratio is equal to 3. So if this ratio is equal to 3, now I can write 2p by r equal to 3. R by p minus 2q is also equal to 3. And 2r plus p by 2q is also equal to 3. Now applying this in this p by r, so I can get p by, so this is we have got as 3. Now I'll rub it so that we can solve the further steps. So I can write p by r. This is multiplied here, so this will go here in the denominator. So it can be written as 3 by 2. So guys, we have got p as 3 and r as 2. Now using any two equations, I can get the value of q also. So if I use it here, it will be 2 into R plus P by 2Q, that is equal to 3. Now you know P is 3 and R is 2. They are actually 3K and 2K, but because we are also finding it is ratio, K cancel, and it is also ratio, so whatever K is here, they will also get cancelled. So we are not taking them. Why to waste time, right? Ratio is given, ratio we are finding, there is no need to do anything else, directly put the value. So what is R? R is 2. So 2 into 2, 4. What is P? P is 3. And 2 into Q. So it is 3 here. So 2 into Q. So 3 I have taken here, 2Q I have taken here. So 7 by 3 is equal to Q. So this 2 will be coming here. So it is 7 by 6. So we have got P as 3, R as 2, and very important, Q as 7 by 6. You can find by putting this equation also. So now what is the ratio? P plus Q plus R by R. So because ratio we have got and ratio itself is asked. So P, now I'll wrap all of these. P plus Q plus R by R. So what is that? Let's try to solve. PQR we have got as 3, 2 and 7 by 6. So P plus Q plus R, it is 3 plus 7 by 6 plus 2 by 2. So what is it? Just multiply. 6 will be multiplied. So 18 plus 7, 25. 25 plus 12, 37. Right? 37 by 12, because 6 is multiplied with this. So this is my final answer of this question. So this is also very, very important. Next question. In a party, there are P people. So there is a party. There are P people. Out of them, A are males. So A are males. That means P minus A must be females, right? You can take this example. Let's say there are 10 people. 2 are males. That means 10 minus 2, 8 must be females. So what is asked? Then females are what fraction of the total people in the party? That means here, what is the number of females? P minus A. Total members of the party are P. So what is the fraction? P minus A by P, or you can write P by P minus A by P. So you can write 1 minus A by P. This is my answer. Actually, options are given in this form. So this is my answer. 1 minus A by P. Next one, the sum of the squares of 3 natural numbers is this, and they are in the proportion this. Find the difference between the greatest and the smallest number. Okay. So sum of the squares, remember, they are in proportion 2, 3, 4. Okay. So in school days, we used to solve like this. It is 2K, it is 3K, 4K. Here, only thing which is important is that understanding that it is square. So once you do square, it will be 2K square, it will be 3K square and 4K square. Like this, you will find the value, and the sum is given as 72500. Then you can find the value of K square. In this, you just use the understanding. You will not write like this. You know, this is 2 square, 3 square, 9. So what is it? So 4 plus 9 plus 16. And you know, these are all squares, right? In the end, they will end with some square. And that is given as 72500. So what is it? 25 plus 4, 29. 29 value is 72500. Basically, it's K square. So what is one value? It's 2500 times. So K square is 2500. So K will be what? 50. So if K is 50, what is my answer? Difference between the greatest and the smallest. So what is the greatest number? Greatest number is the one which is having the greatest proportion. So who is having the greatest proportion? That is 4. So 4K, right? And there is no need of this actually. We can directly solve. 4K, and next is smallest is 2K. The gap is 2K. What is K? 50. So the difference has to be 100. Difference has to be hundreds, right? So please don't forget to have the square here, else your answer may be wrong, right? So this is what we have learned. So that's all for this session. I hope you have enjoyed and learned something. Thank you so much for watching.